So, growth and expansion is a big challenge for companies now, right? And growth and expansion comes from innovation, right? Innovation in products, innovation in your business process on how you want to leverage digital technologies and then create new business models, right? So, for legacy companies, the challenge is even more, right? Because if you do not change, then new competitors that are arriving every day as we speak will basically disrupt your business. So, we saw what happened to Blockbuster because of Netflix and the whole model of how to deliver movies, right? And the same thing is happening with theaters, right? A lot of us are not going to big theaters. There are huge investments, right? So, operating a theater is very expensive, right? A brick and mortar, it's a brick and mortar, right? That's the terminology that everybody is familiar with in this digital era, right? We have click and mortar and brick and mortar. Click and mortar meaning companies that have retail stores as well as a strong presence online. Walmart is a good example, right? So, growth and expansion is very, very hard in this very competitive, very challenging, right, environment because of homogenization of markets and borderless commerce, right. And as I sort of alluded to in the digital 5 forces, right, the consumerization aspect, where consumers are highly informed and primed about competing offerings. In fact, many of us know more about competitive pricing and competitive features than the sales associate that you go and meet in a retail store. It's very likely that you know more than them, right. You may even go with a printout, or you may have bookmarked on your mobile phone app, and you're going to show him or her, hey, this is what I see as a difference. Can you validate? Can you confirm? What can you do for me? Right. So, it's very challenging for a lot of retailers, brick and mortar retailers. Every retailer now is a click and mortar, right, because if you're not online, then very hard for you to be in business, right. Even with that model, click and mortar, we have companies shutting down, right. There's Macy's shut down quite a few stores, Sports Authority as well, right. Totally different market segments, but it's interesting to see how businesses are reeling from the effect of digital technologies and innovation, right. Very difficult to innovate and sustain a competitive advantage. So, and the fourth thing is lowering the barriers to enter global markets. So, that's another side effect of digital technologies. Leveling the playing field is one thing, because everybody gets access to the same internet technology, right. Even me can start a company tomorrow, and we could be in business very quickly within a few days, right, a few hours even, right. So, it's just amazing, right. Leveling the playing field is one thing, and then there is also lowering the barrier for you and me to enter global markets, right. So, which means that we are competing with the big boys as well, right, and we may have a unique differentiation, unique way of producing or creating a value, right, for this product that we are selling, right, or this artwork that we are selling, for example, right. So, it's very interesting, right. Some products are very amenable to global markets, and you don't have to do anything. For example, if you are an artist and you draw unique artifacts, then you have a unique product that is true to your own vision and your own capabilities, right. So, it's so there is literally no competition, and you have a worldwide market, right. If you go and look at standard art that is being sold in retail, right, in mass, that's a mass market opportunity. You're selling the artwork to a broader audience, right, very different, right. So, lowering barriers to enter global markets, this favors a lot of companies as well, small companies as I just mentioned, but it also creates challenges for bigger companies and commoditized products. The fifth point is digital technologies are disrupting traditional industry sectors that we know of, right? Who is a media and entertainment company, right? Is Comcast a media and entertainment company? Yeah. So they acquired NBC, right? So now it's a different ballgame, right? So telecom, as we know it, was known for those old telephone networks with cable, right? You had to install in your home. Those probably nobody owns a telephone anymore, especially in the U.S. Right? In other parts of the world, those telephone lines still exist, but in the U.S. in particular, and in many Western nations, people are living with just cell phones. Right? We don't need another phone, a line phone, right? So that's an industry. Telecom is an industry that has been hit very hard because the telecom industry generated revenue from voice technology that they were managing. So they had sophisticated systems, right, including laying the cable from your home to a switch and to the backbone, and then connecting you to your friends and family, for example, over the phone. That's a circuit switch connection, right? Circuit switch and packet switch are two different technologies. Circuit switch connections require point-to-point connection. Packet switch don't, right? So that's the packet switch is what internet brings to the table. The internet protocol is basically made up of packets of information. So basically, when you text something, it is sliced into what is called as packets, and then it's sent over the network, internet network. And the receiver, on the receiving end, the application knows how to actually assemble all of those, right? Each of these packets may travel in different paths, but they all arrive at the same time on the receiving end. It's a very fascinating technology, right? So that has disrupted a lot of the industry sectors, right? The media and entertainment, watching movies, for example, has changed completely, right? Our behavior has changed. We don't want to go to the theater. We want to actually enjoy the home theater experience at home, right? And so industries, sectors as we know it are becoming blurry. We are becoming more intertwined, right? So AT&T, for example, Comcast, they're all becoming media and entertainment companies as well, right? Competing for connection to us, right? Providing, so AT&T and used to provide the connection. Comcast used to provide cable content on that connection. But now AT&T and Comcast are competing because we are now in a different business environment altogether because of digital technologies. So what are the factors that challenge economies, right? This is also very important, right? Ultimately, the economy of every country also is at stake right now, right? The definition of how the economy works, right? How technology actually enables the economy to grow is also being questioned because we have basically leapfrogged technologies to many years ahead of time, so to speak, right? With robots and artificial intelligence capabilities, with miniaturization, now we have the power of a mainframe computer in our laptop with such capabilities, right? And even your smartphone has multi-core technology. It is like a high-end PC that you used to buy just 10 years back, possibly, right? So it's just fascinating how all of these effects, the digital five forces, and is impacting economies as well, right? Cost of global communication is global communication and reach is near zero, right? It's because of digital technologies. So that's very challenging. So countries, the part of your country's economy is how many jobs are created, your production of goods and services, right, and the demand, right, demand for it, and the availability of that. So that is also under attack because of digital technologies, right? So GDP's measures are also being questioned whether they are the right ones to track for the digital era that we are in.